Alright, I'm on hole number 3 of the Monster Marsh tournament. I'm in Tuesday's qualifying round in the Ricky division. I'm in my practice account, and I'm playing right now, but I haven't decided whether I'm going to play it all the way through or if I'm just going to practice. I'm just out trying to play, just out doing the stuff on the holes as I've got them listed in my notes here, and just trying to run through one more time to see if what I've got so far is on track. Alright, my goal is to get into those trees, come straight at it for the albie. The way I'm going to do that is with my accurate bag, and I'm going to take a Titan. I'm going to take a katana. I'm going to take a katana because it'll help get me underneath those trees a little bit more. Even though we don't need, you can do this with a quasar. You can do it with any ball, a marlin, anything. If you're trying to get optimum spots, though, it is better to bring a side spin ball. And the more side spin that you have, the better. Now, if you're one of those lucky few that have a maxed out rock, you can do this really easily with any club or with any ball, because it's got so much curl that it's very easy to get underneath those trees. And I find it's always best when you're doing big curl shots like this to work the shot out so that you're using max curl. It's easier to repeat that. My opponent's out there nicely, but they will have to put on some side spin in order to get back around to the hole from the spot that they're in. See if we can try not to overshoot. So I've got my blue rings off from where it starts to drop off. You can see on my clear ring where it's dropping off. 4-1. 100% accurate club. 4-1 is 4.1 rings. 1 mile per hour per ring. Max curl. Hitting it perfect. And trying to run up to that shadow. If I bring a kingmaker here, and a lot of times in the past on this tournament hole I've brought a kingmaker. The kingmaker does get me a little bit further into that hole. It's not necessarily that it helps me too much on the distance. You've got plenty of distance with a sniper to get to the hole, but it'll also cut the wind down on this second shot. And anything we can do to cut the wind down on the second shot coming in, and we need lots of side spin on the first shot in order to get up underneath of those trees. But in one-on-one play, you definitely don't need to bring a monster ball on this particular hole. It's a pretty short par 5. Nice look at it. So you can see where I'm at in my club. I'm about mid-club right now. Three 6. It's 3.6 rings. Just check it nice and easy. Need to hit it perfect. Hitting it perfect. So we can get a nice little run up to the hole. Just a bit outside. So I think about that wind adjustment there. I have to go back and watch the other videos. I think that might be the first time I've hit it perfect. And what I want to do there is I want to add on just a little teeny bit more backspin. Or I need to make sure that my ball guide's a little short of the hole. The deal is that on that particular shot, the ball will drop. It's on a slope, and so the ball will drop. But the deal is that I'm hitting, the ball's coming through just fast enough that it's blowing through the drop. As soon as we get done with this hole, I'll draw that out on the screen. So when I think about shot setups, my number one goal on shot setups is to establish distance first, because you want your ball to end up right at pin high, so that if it did go in, if it was going right straight at the hole, and let's say you hit the flagpole, it doesn't bounce off the flagpole, but if it hits to the left or the right of the flagpole, it doesn't just bounce over the hole. So here's your cup, and here's your flagpole. So if it's coming through and it goes over here and it doesn't hit the flagpole, you don't want it going so fast that it just hops over the hole. You want it to end up either right dead center here or just a little teeny past the hole and just come to a stop. So if your hole is here and there is a drop on that, so everything's going, the hillside on that green is everything's going in this direction. So as the ball's coming up, the slower the ball goes, the more it's going to get picked up by gravity and come towards the hole. But if you come in just a little too fast, it'll blow through that drop. And you'll notice on the other side, a lot of times when you shoot those shots, it goes past the hole, and when it finally comes to a stop, it's literally dead center on the back side of the hole. So it finally picked up the drop and came down. And so one of the things on that particular hole is, as far as distance, which is my first goal when I'm setting up shots and trying to dial them in, is that I don't like how far I'm going past the hole. I want to be right at pin high, and I think if I came in just a little slower, that as it starts to come to the end of its run, it's going to drop towards the hole. So if I make any big changes here to try and adjust for this distance away from the cup, like how far it went past the cup, you go, well, hey man, that was like maybe half a ring. Maybe you need to make a wind adjustment. Before I make any of those wind adjustments, I want to get this speed dialed in, because if the ball ended up, let's say, right dead center across from the pin, I don't know how it would have dropped when it came towards it. So right now, I think I still have a distance problem on that hole, not necessarily a wind problem. There may be a wind problem on that hole. I may need to adjust out. I may need to add a little bit of wind, or I need to change my wind adjustment. But I don't quite know yet, because I'm coming in there too fast. All right, that was hole number 3 of the Monster Marsh tournament and Tuesday's qualifying round of the rookie division. Thanks for watching.